Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and today I'm here with a list of fragrances that when I bought them I either couldn't stand them or I was like, but now I really like them. I went ahead and narrowed this down to 10. There was actually more than 10, but I didn't want to make this video run too long, so let's get going. The first one I'm going to talk about, I didn't dislike or anything, but I really didn't care about it, like, at all. I was like, I really did not need this fragrance, but whatever, and it's gonna be Darige Pour Femme. Now, you guys already know how much I love the Pour Homme version, so when I smelled this, I was smelling it with other fragrances, and when I would smell them and come back to this, I couldn't smell anything anymore. But now, I don't know if it macerated and got stronger. I can definitely smell like the caramel, the peach, the heliotrope, and I really like them. It's a really big difference between now and when I bought this. I am a fan of this, and I actually think that I'm going to be pulling for this a lot in the spring. I've been enjoying sweeter, more gourmand fragrances lately. I don't really know why. Maybe because it's a little bit colder here. We've had like some chilly days, which again for California is not that cold. But I've been kind of reaching for them, and this is one that I've been wearing around the house. I haven't really gone too many places, but it's really nice. Yeah, it's really, really nice. I actually don't understand why I didn't really like it at the beginning, but this is one of the ones I did not like, but now I love. Next. Let's go ahead and knock out some of the Middle Eastern houses. So the next one that I was not a big fan of, but now I love, is going to be Swiss Arabian Shagaf Oud Eswed. This is a jammy rose oud fragrance, and it's actually really gorgeous. I don't super understand why I wasn't a fan, but it is really, really nice. It's really strong. I think maybe the synthetics in here, depending on what allergies I was having that day, bothered me, but this is a really good fragrance, and for under $30, which is how much you can get it for, it's a steal. I think it's like 75 ml, yeah. And you're not gonna find too many fragrances this strong on the market. It is really, really good. Couldn't stand it, but now I absolutely love it. Next, I'm going to do all of my Middle Eastern ones first. This one is not going to make sense to you guys, but I don't know. I got compliments with it immediately, but it's going to be Armaf Club de Nuit Intense for women. I really, really love this one now. You guys already know it's got that chocolatey patchouli vibe. I didn't care so much for it when I got it. I really don't know why, and I really love it now, so I don't know, it even confuses me. It's a gorgeous fragrance. I think at the beginning of my fragrance journey, I was more into the fresher ones. I mean, with the Darige Pour Femme, I was already kind of deeper into the journey, but I really don't know. I think at the beginning I was just looking for fresh, maybe a little bit of sweet, but not. I don't think I really understood this one, but now I love this. I think it's one of the best fragrances that you can get for under $30. And I think it's an amazing gift to give to another person. Because the bottle, I don't know, people that aren't super into the frag game may think that this is cool. And it's really not bad. Some of the sprayers are trash. I think the one on this bottle is okay. My Club de Nuit Intense Man EDT has a trash sprayer, but you win some, you lose some. Next. Alright, let's do the fourth Middle Eastern one. And it's going to be Al Haramain L'Aventure Femme. And as you can tell, there are fingerprints all over it. There's something in here that I initially wasn't a big fan of, and I have Zara Vibrant Leather for her, which I liked initially, but then really didn't care for a while. I like that one now too. When I got this, I feel like it had zero projection, and now I can definitely smell it a lot further, so maybe that's why I like it more. There's also a note in here that really kind of bothered my nose initially that I'm not getting anymore now. I actually really enjoy it. Also, half this list is Middle Eastern fragrances. I just did the math because I forgot that there's one more, but it's really good. It's really good. And again, this one's under $40 for 100 ml, so I really cannot complain, and it comes with a really nice presentation. This is a dupe of Creed Aventus for her, so I mean, you can probably tell by the color, gold and white. It is a really nice one, and it actually is performing a lot better now than it did initially. Next. All right, for the fifth and last Middle Eastern one, it's going to be Rasasi Shagaf Porom. I did not understand this fragrance when I got it. I just smelled it and was just like, ew. But now I get such a tropical fruity vibe from it and I love it, and I'll actually reach for it now. Initially, like, I did not care for it at all. I really like it. It might be my scent of the night, but I wore it really recently, so I don't know if I want to keep wearing it, but it's so good. But I really don't understand why I hated it so much. I just wasn't a fan, but now I actually reach for it and I actually really enjoy it. So that's one of the reasons why I don't get rid of any of my fragrances, because eventually, if I did not like them, I will like them at some point, probably, maybe even love them, like this one. Next, I've never done a video on this one. I don't know why there's so many fingerprints on the bottle, but it's going to be Issey Low Blue DC. And I decanted a lot of this, as you can tell, but I'm keeping the rest of it because I was decanting the other day and I was like, oh, this is really nice. Actually, someone from the community who makes fragrances made a vetiver-based one and sent it to me the other day, and I smelled it and I was like, oh, I really like this, but I didn't think I liked vetiver. So when I smelled this again, I was like, oh, I kind of do like vetiver now. I guess that changed. And this is a really clean one, and I hated this initially. I was like, what is this? Why? Why is this a thing? And I didn't spend much on it. I think I got this for like 15 bucks unboxed. And I get it now. It's really nice and a really clean work fragrance. And I don't know why I didn't like it at all. Next. All right, this one isn't gonna make sense to you because on camera I've always loved this, but before I even started my YouTube is when I got this, obviously, and I did not understand it at all, and it's gonna be John Varvatos Dark Rebel. I smelled straight up leather in this when I smelled it, and I was like, oh my goodness, that is super abrasive. I didn't smell anything else. I can smell other notes now, including the vanilla and the sweetness in here, but right off cuff, I was just like, who wants to wear straight up leather that's so aggressive? But now I really, really like it, and it's got some muskiness to it. It's a gorgeous fragrance. I actually do have a backup bottle of this because I decant everything. I decanted some of this. This is a 4.2, but I realized when I couldn't find it anymore, I was like, okay, I stopped decanting all of my John Varvatos because I think they're all becoming kind of hard to find. So I stopped decanting it and I bought a 2.5 ounce at a rack store that I found it at, just in case, because I really do love this one now. Again, not a huge fan initially, but that tells you if you let something grow on you, you could grow to love it. That's why, again, I'll decant versus sell the entire bottle, because what if I like it soon? Next. So again, you guys probably never thought that I didn't care for this, but it's gonna be Tiziana Terenzi Gold Rose Oud, which I initially did not care for. It was just too jammy for me. But the dry down of this is a lot better than the opening. So when I wore it, I was like, oh, this actually changes. And I really enjoyed the dry down. The opening is a little much for me, but the dry down is beautiful and I do like it. And I think it's one of the most gorgeous fragrances if you really want to wear something to a nice event. This is an easy reach. And from the House of Tiziana Terenzi, I think this is, if you know you like rose, like rosy rose, this is probably one of the safer blind buys in my opinion. I know there's Orion, but I don't know if that's everyone's cup of tea because I feel like that scent profile may be redundant for some. If you just want something really rosy and really nice for formal occasions, this is just an easy pickup. Next. Okay, so this one I genuinely hated from the bottom of my heart when I got it, and I don't know why. I think because I didn't smell like the vanilla or anything when I originally got it, but now I wear it and I get compliments and I really like it. And it's going to be Bentley for Men Intense, which I do not think is a safe blind buy by any means. It is really nice though, but I just don't think you should just be picking it up unless you know that you're going to like it. It is cheap, so I guess it's really not a huge deal, but I actually picked up a bottle for one of my buddies who really liked this one. I wasn't sure how he would feel because he said some fragrances go a little sour on his skin. He didn't like John Varvatos Vintage. He said he liked it on paper, but on skin it didn't do well. But this worked really well with his skin chemistry, which was kind of interesting because I thought this would be a more controversial fragrance because it's so strong. But it's really nice and he loved it. And I actually really love it now, so I'm glad I kept it. Next. Okay, I saved this one for last because I did not care for this fragrance at all initially, but over time, I got there, and I'm just gonna say it's gonna be Mancera's Instant Crush. Now, I still pick Juicy Flowers over this every day because I think that adds something that this was kind of missing for me. But it's not a bad fragrance. I mean, I think the reason I disliked it is because it got compared to Baccarat Rouge 540, and no. But on its own, it's a really nice fragrance. So I really can't hate on it too much. Yeah, it's really floral, and I don't think I really was caring too much for florals when I bought it. But you know what? It's really strong, and it does a good job of what it does. People seem to like it. I get compliments with it. So I can't hate on this anymore, and it's a great price. I mean, I usually pick stuff up from Fragrance Buy when it is on a good price. Mancera's actually fluctuate even on that website, so it just depends. But I got it for probably like 60 or 70. Actually, this one was pretty popular, so maybe this one was closer to $80, but still for 120 ml and it's niche. I can't hate on that. Yeah, this was like the one that I really thought I was gonna hate forever, but here we are, and it's a beautiful fragrance, guys. But do not expect it to smell like BR 540 because it doesn't. I think they just have saffron in common. It's very interesting to me when people compare it. I'm never gonna understand that. But as always, remember to hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop a new video. Like this video if you liked it. Be subscribed to this channel and comment. Let me know if you had any fragrances that grew on you, because I think a lot of us in our fragrance journey start off hating something and then eventually you're like, actually, it's kind of nice. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!